Have you ever stopped reaching out to someone only to be met with complete silence? When that person has a dismissive-avoidant attachment style, this silence can feel like stepping into a strange, emotional void. It's a space where relief, confusion, and deep reflection all collide. At first, you might even feel a sense of calm, especially if the relationship was filled with tension or emotional distance. But as the days turn into weeks, the dynamic shifts, and understanding what's happening on both sides is key to navigating this confusing time. So, what's going on in their head? For a dismissive-avoidant person, the end of contact can actually feel like a relief. They value their independence above all else, and emotional closeness can often feel like a threat to their autonomy. So, when you stop reaching out, they might subconsciously welcome it. This isn't necessarily because they've stopped caring, but because direct communication can feel emotionally demanding and uncomfortable for them. Their mind will likely rationalize the distance, reinforcing their belief that self-reliance is the safest way to live. They'll dive into their work, hobbies, and social life, almost as a way to avoid thinking about the relationship. Sure, a fleeting memory might pop up, but they're masters at compartmentalizing and quickly pushing those thoughts away. Their emotional processing is slow, quiet, and happens deep beneath the surface. Meanwhile, you're probably on an emotional roller coaster. Confusion, sadness, anxiety, maybe even guilt. It's all normal. If you were the more invested partner, their silence can feel like a profound abandonment, even if the no contact was mutual. You might find yourself replaying conversations, analyzing every little detail, and wondering if you should break the silence. This uncertainty is agonizing because dismissive avoidants rarely offer the kind of closure you might be hoping for. But here's the silver lining. This quiet space forces you to turn inward. Without the constant back and forth, you have a unique opportunity to confront your own emotional patterns, your own needs, and your own boundaries. It's a tough process, but it's where real, transformative personal growth begins. As weeks turn into a month or more, the emotional landscape gets even more complex. Outwardly, the dismissive-avoidant person will likely still appear detached. But inwardly, a subtle shift might be happening. They often process relationships indirectly, not by dwelling on the pain, but by reflecting on what the experience taught them about themselves or others. It's a quiet, internal review, so you'll probably never see it. For you, the intense emotions may start to level out. The initial sting of sadness might be replaced by a clearer understanding of the relationship's limits. You might start to see your own patterns more clearly, perhaps a tendency to overgive, to people-please, or to put their comfort before your own needs. This isn't about blame. It's about awareness. The fog begins to lift, and you start to see the dynamic for what it was. So, what happens in the long run? The outcomes can vary. In many cases, the dismissive-avoidant person may detach completely and move on without looking back. Their core need for independence often leads them to avoid revisiting past attachments. The relationship ends with a quiet finality that can feel cold, but it's consistent with their attachment style. Another possibility is that after several months of distance, they might start to reflect more consciously on the connection you shared. They may even acknowledge what went wrong. But even if they do reach out, it will likely be very cautious and tentative. Intimacy is still their uncomfortable zone. For you, this time apart is invaluable. It brings clarity about what you truly need in a relationship and what is emotionally sustainable for you. You might even feel a sense of relief from the constant emotional turbulence, creating space for genuine healing and a stronger sense of self. It's so important to see this no-contact period not as a waiting game, but as a chance for both of you to examine your emotional blueprints. The dismissive-avoidant person might be unconsciously evaluating their own patterns of avoidance and emotional distance. For you, it's a powerful opportunity to explore your attachment tendencies. How do you respond to unavailability? What happens when your needs aren't met? This silence is a mirror, reflecting what truly needs your attention. It's a time to discover what a healthy connection looks and feels like for you based on your own terms. During this time, your number one priority should be your own growth. This is your moment to pour all that energy back into yourself. Start journaling. Consider talking to a therapist. Practice mindfulness or dive into hobbies that make you feel alive. Build a strong support system of friends and family who understand and validate your feelings. The goal isn't to win them back or make them see what they lost. The goal is to strengthen your own emotional foundation so you're no longer dependent on external validation for your happiness. This self-care is absolutely crucial because a dismissive-avoidant partner may never give you the emotional closure or reassurance you're looking for. By prioritizing your own well-being, you'll emerge from this period stronger and more self-aware. As more time passes, a clearer, more objective perspective on the relationship often emerges for both people. The dismissive-avoidant might continue to keep their distance, but they'll quietly integrate the lessons they learned. You'll likely notice a shift in your own responses, moving from a place of longing to one of acceptance, and maybe even gratitude for the experience and the opportunity to focus on yourself. The lack of communication acts like a filter, allowing you to see which parts of the relationship were healthy and which were not. It's a period of emotional recalibration where you both get the chance to realign your priorities. If you do end up reconnecting down the road, it requires a whole new level of awareness. You will need to manage your expectations and remember their struggles with intimacy to avoid falling back into old, painful patterns. But if contact never resumes, that in itself is a form of closure, one that allows both of you to move forward without lingering resentment. Understanding that their behavior stems from an attachment pattern, not a character flaw, can help you release any self-blame or frustration. You can look at the situation with compassion for both them and yourself. Ultimately, stopping contact with a dismissive-avoidant person is a journey of self-discovery. It's challenging and often painful, but it offers an unparalleled opportunity for personal growth and emotional clarity. By navigating this silence with patience and self-compassion, you can emerge more resilient, self-reliant, and finely tuned to your own needs. It transforms a difficult period into a profound learning experience, equipping you for healthier, more fulfilling relationships in the future. By the end of this journey, you'll have gained so much perspective. You'll understand the non-negotiable importance of boundaries, emotional honesty, and self-respect. You'll accept that some relationships, no matter how meaningful, simply aren't sustainable due to incompatible attachment needs. Instead of dwelling on what could have been, your focus will shift to what you can cultivate in your own life: confidence, emotional intelligence, and the capacity for connections that are truly supportive and fulfilling. The silence stops being a void of loss and becomes a space for growth, healing, and preparation for a love that aligns with your most authentic self. It teaches you patience, discernment, and the powerful lesson that you are whole all on your own. No matter the outcome, this transformative pause helps you recalibrate your emotional compass, pointing you toward a future filled with healthier, happier relationships. Thank you so much for watching and for being on this journey of growth with me. If this resonated with you, please give this video a like and subscribe for more content on attachment, relationships, and self-discovery. Take care.